5 minutes. Ms. Fall.
Thank you, Chair. When this committee studied C81, the Accessible Canada Act in 2018, we heard repeated and urgent testimony from disability advocates and organizations that the Act lacked clear timelines and deadlines. That while it perhaps was well-intentioned, it was widely recognized that it did not have the teeth and enforcement mechanisms to ensure the removal or prevention of barriers. 5 years after the passage of this bill, it is clear that these concerns were well-founded. Mr. David Lepofsky, he told this committee that the Act does not at present require any disability barrier to ever be removed or to be prevented in any organization that the federal government can regulate. Not one single accessibility standard that is enforceable in law has been enacted in the 5 years since this law was passed. As a result, progress towards accessibility has been glacial and agonizingly slow. So given that we are a quarter of the way to 2040, why have you failed to enact a single legally enforceable accessibility standard?
Thank you for that question, and that's fundamentally not true. And to give you the details,
are you suggesting that the witness was misleading?
I will make sure you have the exact information on that. But
are you suggesting that Dr. David Lepofsky was misleading this committee?
I will give you the exact
as somebody
details.
who has a disability, and this is what he does. Are you suggesting that he is misleading the committee?
That is not what I said.
Chair, I think
we have a point of order. So.
with respect, Chair, I think it's only fair that the minister has a chance to answer the questions. Thank you.
I would remind the member,
it is my time.
I'm lenient. It's the member's time. I just ask both participants to respect the fact that it has to be interpreted. Ms. Falk, you have the floor.
So why have you failed to enact a single legally enforceable accessibility standard?
Do you want an answer?
Federally regulated industries are legally obligated to publish accessibility plans and progress reports. But as Mr. Bill Adair, the Executive Director of Spinal Cord Injury Canada, told the committee, over 400 large federally regulated entities are ignoring the requirement, and nothing is being done to enforce it. So either the obligation is not legally enforceable, or your government is not requiring enforcement. Which one is it?
Madam, Mr. Chair, through you, if the honourable member would let me answer the question. We have an Office of the Accessibility Commissioner that actually leads and does this work. And I would love to turn into my officials because she can give you the exact standards and regulations that we have put forward and that have been enacted on. But if I may.
We've got two witnesses that have told this committee during this study.
Would you like an answer?
That it is not.
Would you like an answer?
Okay, so you can provide the answer in writing to this committee, please.
I think it's important, since I have 2 hours, that you should get an answer to your question.
Pardon me, Chair?
Do you want an answer?
Is that through you or is that to me, Chair?
If I may ask the honourable member, would she like an answer?
Please provide the answer in writing. I've given two different
you
questions.
You have 2 hours. Mr. Chair, she has 2 hours with me, and she wouldn't she doesn't want to listen to an answer.
Do you think that we can realistically achieve a barrier-free Canada by 2040 without compliance measures?
We have strict compliance measures. If the honourable member, up to $250,000 in fines that can be enacted. But I would love to turn it to my officials. Tina, do you mind talking about it?
Thank you, Minister. Mr. Chair, so I think it's important
would you be able to provide, I've got very limited time, and we know that it's been very difficult to get the Minister here to this committee, so I would like to get whatever you're unable to provide right now in live time in writing to the committee.
So you clearly don't want an answer.
Are you able to provide the data to this committee to demonstrate the progress toward a barrier-free Canada, what the government has done? Provide that in writing to the committee, the department or the Minister?
Do you want an answer, Mr. Chair? Through you, if I may ask.
Okay, so I'm going to say they're going to...
Point of order. Point of order.
Yes.
The minister is explicitly asked to answer the question, but she's not being allowed to...
I've given her multiple opportunities,
but she's
she
saying...
hasn't.
But Chair, she would like to answer it right now.
Again, point of order is specific as it relates to one member interrupting another member. It is the member's time, and the member's time is to question the witness. The witness can choose to provide what information that is available, or can indicate they will submit it in writing at a later time. But it is the member's time. I'm leaning it on both
Point of
sides. What specifically state the point of order?
It's my understanding that when a question's asked, the same amount of time the question took should be afforded to the witness.
No, that's not.
That's been a general practice, no, Mr. Chair? Is that not the? So you can ask a question and then
Okay,
not
Mr.
even ask the answer,
Mr.
not even wait for the answer, and just
Mr.
ask a
Cateau.
question again over and over
Mr.
again.
Cateau.
It doesn't make sense.
Can I respond to that point of order?
No, Mr. Cateau,
No?
that is
Okay.
debate, and I'm going to conduct a meeting as to the order, to the rules of the House of Commons.
Okay,
The member
thank you,
has
Chair.
the floor.
Thank you.
For her time.
I know just for-
And just be careful.
Well,
I would expect some courtesy to the witness, but it is your time.
Absolutely.
member.
And I just want to point out, Chair, that obviously I want an answer from the department and the minister, but clearly they're playing games and wasting time. I've asked the same question more than once, and I'm not getting, so just please table the answers to the committee. That would be wonderful. In her first report, the Chief Accessibility Officer had recommended that accessibility training be mandatory. She also told this committee that it would be hard to achieve a barrier-free Canada without doing so. Do you agree with her recommendation, yes or no?
I work extremely closely with our incredibly Chief Accessibility Officer.
Her recommendation?
I work really closely with her, and I
Okay,
work
I asked
to
for yes
ensure-
or no. This is where this is frustrating. Have you responded to her recommendation? And what actions have you taken to make sure and ensure that accessibility training is mandated for federally regulated workplaces?
Training is an extremely important tool. That's something that we have been working
Why is it not
alongside.
mandated?
That's something that we have been working alongside all federally.
That's one way to ensure by
Point of
mandating
order,
this is
Mr.
one
Chair,
way to
point of order.
ensure that
Falk,
those with
Ms. Falk, your
disabilities
time
can
is
access.
over. Ms. Falk, your time is over. We'll now
Point
go
of
to
order,
Mr.
Mr. Chair.
Your point of
There
order.
has to at least allow the witness to finish the sentence. The member keeps interrupting.
We have
Not even,
very
you can't even go
minimal time with
halfway.
ministers.
She's doing it to me as we speak on a point of order.
I would ask all members to respect the rules of the House. It is, and again, I conduct a meeting. It is the member's time, and if the member's not happy with an answer, the member can proceed to their next line. I'll continue in that process.